So you want to be a photographer. Let's talk about ISO. Now this is probably the most confusing part of the exposure triangle because it's how sensitive your sensor is. And it really just impacts the brightness of your image. But there's one trade-off that you have to consider, and that's noise in your photo. Now on film, this used to be film grain, but in digital world, this doesn't necessarily look the same, and it's not something that everybody wants. But sometimes you need to crank that ISO to make sure that you get the brightness of a photo that you need if the other two components of the exposure triangle are limiting you a little bit in the amount of light to get that right exposure. Long story short, keep your ISO as low as possible, but don't be too afraid to crank it up because modern cameras can handle higher ISOs.